Welcome back to another episode of Talkin' Shit ATL with your host, Amanda Ellenberg.
And I'm Prodigy Q.
And here's Teddy. Oh, thank you. You probably won't be able to see him much tonight, but that's okay.
Right, he's here. He's here with us.
Mm-hmm. In spirit and actually in person, but we're gonna keep him calm.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about today?
So this is spontaneity. You know, we mentioned it last episode. So thank you guys for tuning into all of our various different parts of episodes. We was like, this is the season where apparently we don't know how to shut the fuck up. Yes. So sorry for the multiple parts, but thank you guys for definitely tuning in to each one of them and rocking with us. So this episode, our spontaneity will be trying to do a shorter episode for you guys. On this one. That's the goal.
We're gonna try, but we'll see what happens. It's fine. Both of our episodes went longer than planned, and this is kind of also on the theme of spontaneity because we weren't so much was said that was not planned. Right. And I'm still processing a little bit.
Absolutely.
So you might be too. Yes. It's okay.
Same. I felt that too.
But we're still gonna play our game, but I haven't told Q the ways that I've thought we could change it up, so we're gonna do that now.
Okay. Well.
So we can either do like a conversation where we pull 3 to 5, we go back and forth with just the cards. Like you can make a sentence, but just one sentence using the card, or we could do a 2-sentence max with using the card. We could use it rapid fire with ourselves. Those are our 3 options at the moment.
Okay, you say
if you think of
fire rapid with ourselves, what do you mean? Like just making the story really fun?
Yeah, so today's theme I guess will be like meeting somebody unexpected.
Okay, cool.
That'll be our theme.
All right, cool. All right, how many are we doing? But
yeah, you want to go just ourselves or you want to go back and forth?
Let's do ourselves. Cause we did back and forth last time, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay. All right. We doing 3 or 5? What we doing?
Pick whatever you want.
Okay.
Be as spontaneous. No rules.
Trying to get in here.
Yeah. Come on. Especially since Ted ain't on the bed anymore. Right. We're just we're here for nothing.
Okay. I am going for 5. All right. We going for 5.
Okay.
All right. So I met. Okay.
But pretty rapid fire. It doesn't have to be back to back, but fairly rapid fire. Sorry.
These are crazy.
There were so many that came out with that. I guess I'm doing 6. Oh no. Okay, because of what's going on in the world right now, I'm not gonna do this card. I'm not gonna do that. Let me know if y'all want to know what that is, but I'm pretty sure you can guess. So I have 5 too. Yeah. All right. Are you ready?
Not really, but we gonna figure something out.
Not my slipper, Ted. You have all these toys. See, he's being spontaneous too. Here, come here.
Oh, this is wild.
Yeah, I probably should have done 3. But here we are. We're just going with it. It's okay. Oh my god. Also, I think I need to cut out that part because I think I was flashing the audience.
Okay. What?
Cool.
Okay.
Keep on moving back the camera.
Oh
no. You're hitting the table.
Oh goodness. Okay.
It's okay.
It was get in there. Okay. This is wild.
I feel we don't know.
We so we said it's somebody we met type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So right. Yeah. Recently I went traveling and whatnot, and I stayed at this amazing hotel. It was really great. I mean the The view was great. I mean, the amenities they had were amazing. Everything was inclusive. So I mean, you can just expect that I had a great time. I ate as much as I wanted to eat. I drank as much as I wanted to eat. Like it was amazing. And so of course, I kind of got a little too inebriated, and so I just stumbled to my room where I passed out, and then the next morning I hear like this banging on my door, and it says housekeeping. So I opened the door like, I really don't even need anything, but she's like, she's insistent like, no, I gotta clean now, and I'm like, okay, but like I'm really good. She's like, no, like I need to clean now, and so and I'm just like, I really don't need any services, and she's like, no, I insist, I gotta, give this room this ethnic cleansing, and then she like busts into the room, and I'm like, okay, like what ethnic cleansing? Like I don't even know what that is, and she's like, you like get naked now. I'm like, what? Like, what kind of cleansing are we doing here? You know what I mean? And she's like, listen, get naked now. You know what I mean? And I'm like, well, listen, I mean, can we talk about this first? Like, I don't know you, like, so you can barge into my room, like, what's happening? So, so then she's like, start pouring her heart about like her this whole story, about how she has like daddy issues, and she just needs me and my accompaniment. So I'm like, well, I mean, first of all, so I'm not a free thrill, you know what I mean? Like this is gonna charge you, what I'm saying? It's gonna cost, So we discussed a little bit. We came to a 3/5 compromise, and so we were like, a little something for nothing for something, you know what I mean? So I agreed, you know what I mean? So things begin to really get kind of crazy, you know what I'm saying? Next thing I know, I'm looking at it like, okay, my balls are in your face. You know what I mean? Like, it got really, really crazy. And then the only thing that I just know is that, I was just a man on the brink of orgasm. And it was crazy. It was wild. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you, it was as spontaneous as it could get. But I never forget that housekeeper, boy. I swear.
So I know you were on the brink, but did you finish?
Oh, absolutely. Okay, absolutely. And I found out what the ethical cleansing was, but we won't go into details. We won't go into details.
Okay, so sometimes you get a craving and you're like very specific. This happens a lot from what I hear to pregnant bitches, but I was just in fact craving something. I was not that, and I was like, I need this right now. I need an oversized lollipop.
Oh, this.
Yes. And then I went to the local store where they make the lollipops in town, right?
Yeah.
And then I saw they were doing some kind of ceremony. I got curious. I was like, what's going on here? I didn't know there was an event. Like, let's be spontaneous. Am I right?
You feel me? I just can't get an oversized lollipop, right?
Right. But then it was like so weird. I felt like I was in a dream because all of a sudden there was spontaneous human combustion. Yeah. What? I was like, bitch, where do you go? Is this magic? Like I saw, poof, smoke, bitch is gone. Like I don't get it. And then it started to get kind of sexy, like it was sweet. Everyone was of age, and I just saw like pretty much my dream. Not really, but kind of. So there was a bunch of soft, kissy missionary sex, and not the missionaries the dream, but the soft, kissy, yes, okay? And I was like, I want to get in on that, okay? Y'all gonna invite me to the party, I'll lick them lollipops, baby. But this is like where it really took a turn.
as if human combustion and missionary sex was not a turn enough.
Yeah, missionary sex is a turn nowadays. That does not happen.
But, okay, so I just want to know, when people have missionary sex that didn't get combusted, was it like the people left over?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have no idea what happened to the combustion people. They just poof, they were gone.
Okay, cool.
It wasn't the whole the whole party. It was just part of the people, right?
Okay, got it.
But then these hoes started on some bullshit, and I saw them throwing a virgin into a volcano. And that's when I was like, okay, this is not spontaneity for me. I got my good kiss, I got my good missionary, and bitch, I'm gonna take my lollipop and go.
Because she wasn't, because him, her, or they was not trying to give into the missionary sex position.
No.
And they was like, oh, you guys to go if you not trying to get down to the get down.
Right. They waited to see, thank God I had the missionary sex, because it would have been me in that volcano. They don't know who's the virgin. They just know who didn't have sex at that point. But thankfully, unfortunately and fortunately, I had missionary, and it saved my life. So, missionary saves lives, y'all.
Missionary
if you learn anything,
lives. Be spontaneous and do missionary.
Lick that lollipop, okay?
And lick those lollipops. Listen. It's always very funny, like, I mean, there are a lot of cards in this for sure.
Yeah.
But it's just so funny, like, seeing things you just never seen, and you know what I mean, like.
I don't think we've had any of those cards.
None
before.
of these cards, like, this is so funny.
Yeah.
It's so funny. It's like, why did y'all put these in here? Like, I just want to meet the makers of this. Like, how did they even come up with all of these kind of responses?
I mean, they're from makers of South Park.
Oh.
So they're really good with fucked up jokes.
Yeah, that makes so much sense. Okay.
Yep.
That was so great.
That was great. I feel like with these cards, they're bound to be sexual, but it's just funny to both parts.
Yeah, dude, so crazy.
And the theme was just spontaneity, and then we were like, sex. That's what we got in our hands.
That's as spontaneous as you get, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it saves lives.
Saves lives. Spontaneousness, I think, does save lives.
Yeah, I truly do.
Think, I try to live in spontaneity as much as I really can, I try to be too serious about a lot of things. Yeah. Really acceptable to, like, going with the flow and, I try to have a plan, but I always leave so much room for things to go how I do believe they're meant to go. Left, right, indifferent, and that kind of thing.
I'm not the best with that, as you know. I'm very I love to have a plan. Like, the universe has shown me so many times that it laughs at your plans, and yet I'm like, but I have to plan, or I will I will also spontaneously combust. I won't be able to get through this. But lately I've been finding a lot of the love for spontaneity again, and even when I've traveled out of the country, it's all been spontaneous. I've just let the world take me where it wants to. Every once in a while I have a miniature plan of a place I want to go that day, but then I just go wherever. I mean, I even got my micro bangs when I was in Scotland one of the first times, on a whim. Really? I passed a barbershop and was like, now's the time. Yeah. Here we are. And he love it. He did his best, poor baby. But it's okay. I got my girl to clean it up. It's okay. Cool. But I have just been shown over and over and over again today, not today, but also today, I guess, that I just need to live in the moment more, because it could living moment to moment could take me somewhere unexpected that's better than the place I was trying to head towards,
Right.
For example, on the 4th, first of all, I want to, when I'm celebrating the 4th of these days and these years, I'm not woo, my country's doing a great job.
Yeah,
But it is nice to like celebrate with family and loved ones and just get a day off.
Right.
So I had planned to go to like cabin in the woods, and then I had also planned my like plan A was going to a pool, and then I was driving there. It was about 30 minutes down the road. All my plans got canceled. All of them. And then I just kept on driving. I was like, I'm already driving. Let me keep on driving. I went to go see my friend who's doing the sober journey with me this year.
Yes.
And I said the 4th of July was going to be my hardest day because I was also like quitting vaping the next day. So, which we're still working through. But once these vapes are gone and dead, then I'm really done. But I wasn't with vapors that day, so I couldn't give them to somebody, and you know I'm not good at throwing shit out. Right, I gotta use every drop. Okay. But then I went to see her, and I called her a few times. She didn't answer because she was sleeping. And then I texted her. I was like, I'm in your driveway. She's like, what? Okay. So then we hung out for a while. We were trying to make plans. I kept on trying to stick to my plan of like being in a body of water, whether that was a pool or dunking my whole body in like a lake or a river. I wanted to be fully submerged in water, and I was so stuck on that idea that I didn't even fully hear out her first idea. And then it got to a point where it's like, okay, it's 2 p.m. We're doing nothing but sitting here talking, having a great time. Love her. We could do whatever and have fun. But, like, it's a holiday.
Right.
Let's go out and play, okay?
Right.
And so then finally she reminded me of her original thing. I said, okay, I don't have to be in the water today, but I have to find water today. And I went to a party with a slip and slide. If you saw my TikTok, you already know.
Yes.
And then there was go-karts, which were super scary. And there was soccer. There were some other America activities that were also super scary. And then there were fireworks. And it was like such an amazing day. I met so many incredible people. I got to hang out with one of my best friends who is a sister at this point. I got to hang out with her kids, and like it was everything I could have wanted and more. And then a lot of people at that party also don't drink.
Yeah.
So there were some people that were drunk, of course, but like a lot of people weren't, and we were just rocking with it. Like what I thought was going to be the hardest day because I just followed my intuition of like, go hang out with her, go do these things. Like it led me to actually the easiest day thus far this year.
Yeah. Oh, that's so great.
Like I had no want at all to drink.
Yeah.
Not even one drink.
Oh, that's great.
Except for when I was mad about my plans not working.
Yeah.
But that was it.
Yeah, right. I gotta drink now.
I did pop open a 0% Guinness once I pulled in her driveway.
Yeah, I love it. I love that. Yeah. I'll drink something. Stressed out. Don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
I love that.
And it was like almost noon at that point when all the plans went kaput. Yeah. But it ended up being the best thing for me. Like, every other place I was going to, people were drinking more, they were vaping more, and they were further away. So, I honestly, like, was struggling driving that night, and I didn't even have that far to drive. So, I can't imagine. The cabin I was going to go to was 2 hours away.
Oh, yeah, right.
I cannot imagine safely making it back.
Yeah, right.
With how tired I was. Like,
right. Oh, that's good.
So, like... The Lord, the universe, whatever's out there, was looking out for me that day, and I accepted its help that day. Yeah.
I had a great time.
I did! It was so fun!
Oh, I love that so much.
It was the best.
Yeah.
And I've just been seeing moments like that since then. Yeah. And I see them all the time, but now I'm really, like, starting to appreciate them and welcome them more. But just so many moments of, like, okay... Let the plan go.
Yeah, right.
Just do whatever happens, okay? Like, I mean, I'm always going to have a little bit of a plan, but I'm trying to appreciate the moment. And it helped me appreciate, like it turns out that we also planned, my friend planned for us a sober dinner to celebrate our 6 months. It had to be moved because Ted was being a wild man. And I feel like that ended up being, like, the best day. That was such a great time. Like, I definitely miss the people that weren't able to make it because of the change, for sure. Like, I really want to hang out with them more. But we had such a fun time. We were able to stay out later because it would have ended way earlier on a work night.
Right.
And, like, it just, I mean, in that moment, I was able, because I had the day before of being so spontaneous, I was able to appreciate, like, being there, being with people, and what I'm about to do right now, because I'm recognizing it, shutting the fuck up and just listening to people. Listen to people talk. I don't always have to be the one that talks, okay? I get so anxious when there's, like, air in the conversation that I just bebop in there.
I gotta feel it in.
But I had so much more fun just, like, listening to people.
Yeah, it was a good time. And it was really, really, really great time.
Yeah.
And like I said, you know, and I'm big on that. Like, I go with the flow of life. And I mean, like, granted, it take me to some places, man. And sometimes, you know, even after so many places, I'll be like, boy, what was we thinking? What was we doing? And why? But I'm just, you know, that open and that curious to, you know, to just life, you know. And granted, on the flip side of that, right? You know, because then it's like when it comes down, you know, and again, I have a plan and I can follow plans and stuff like that. But sometimes, you know, when you just constantly, you know, so spontaneity, you know, it's like when you need to kind of buckle down on certain stuff that gets a little bit challenging. And that's kind of where, you know, on the stream of things, I sometimes find myself like, okay, you know, try to do this on this by this time, this deadline, this whatever. And at the same time, anything can happen in between that to where, you know, so which is why, you know, when I do make plans, it's like, okay, well, I know at the end of the day, and that's how I approach a lot of things. It's like, okay, at the end of the day, these are the things that at least need to be done. Now, we don't know when they're going to get done or even how, but this is how they need to get done. And then whatever happens in between or around that kind of does. And I let it happen. Only thing is that it does affect, it mostly affects my bedtime. Like, I'm not gonna lie, because normally by the time I've been spontaneous all day, it's like I'm supposed to be in bed at 10. It's 11:30, and I gotta be up in like 4 hours.
Yeah,
and that's when it gets wild. I'm like, that's when I really start kind of hating myself a lot. Like, yo, but I can't help it. It's just like things just be happening. Life just be happening, and I just be like, oh, let's just see what. Let's see where this goes. And I'm kind of one of the people too that listen, I'm gonna take some chances and some, you know, do stuff that makes no sense. Like, me and my friends, we were hanging out, and I saw a ladder next to a building, and I'm like, oh shit, like, yo, it's a ladder, you know what I'm saying? It's like a ladder. And so, you know, I was like, yo, let's come. I was like, let's go to the building. So like, I'm like, already at this point climbing up, and they're like, yo, what are you doing? I was like, yo, I'm going to the building. They're like, I didn't know you would say like it's an actual like ladder to the building. I was like, what do you think I was saying? Like, I was saying I wanted to get on the building, like, thought I was playing. So they made me come down, but
how far did you get up?
I was good. I was up there. I was like,
did you at least get to take in the view?
No. I was like almost halfway. Then I just, you know, because they started talking, I'm just like looking down. I'm like, okay, I'll come down. You're right. Because I was about to go there.
Yeah.
They
might have saved you though, because that's like some shit people get arrested.
I'd be with it. Like, you know, and this one time, you know, that happened too, because so we went out. We went to the underground and had a great time. And, you know, again, I'm like that. I'm out. You know what I mean? Whatever happens, experience, no direct plan. We had a plan because we did get tickets. We had tickets, and we tried to go to a specific event that we got the tickets to go. But it was like, hey, until that time, like, let's, you know, explore and see what happens, right? So we and I met these couple people, and was, you know, talking to them, and because one of the girls, she had like these Heelys that lit up, and so she was using them. It was like, oh, dope. So we stopped and was talking to her about him, because it was so cool. And so then this guy kind of comes up. He's kind of drunk, and he's kind of lit, and he was ready. So of course I think I started engaging with conversation because that's what I do too. I would just start talking, and then so he's like, I'm the manager of Underground, and so he's like, you want to go on top? He's like, you want to go top of the building? And we like. I was like, yeah. I'm getting everybody around here. We gonna go on top of the building. He's saying we going on top of the building. You know what I mean? So like, we were walking through like these shops, and these places and shops and stuff. And he's like, yo, we go on top of the building. You know what I mean? And like, legitimately went up. You know what I'm saying? Like, he took us through like back rooms and hallways, and we like literally ended up on the top of this building for sure. Like, legitimately on top of the building at the underground, and it was crazy. It's like, yo, what the fuck? So then he like stands up on the ledge. And then I ain't gonna lie, I hop on the ledge too, because that's what we do. So other friends are like, bro, like, come back down. Like, I said, listen, we good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying I can see. You know what I mean? And he was more so on this side of the ledge. You can't fall. Well, listen, see, I'm smart though. I was more so on this side of the ledge. See, if I fall, I'm falling more so on the
I'm knocking you down.
roof. On the roof. Okay. I'm more so on the roof side, more so than the offside. So I was, what I'm saying? So I was spontaneous with caution. You know what I mean? I'm at the end of the day, but we're up there, talking about life, all the things. And so we like, so I was like, we got to make sure we get to our event because our tickets are only good till 12 until you have to start paying. So he's like, yo, fuck your tickets. I be with the shit, right? So I'm like, hell yeah. He's like, I'm gonna get you in there. I say, what? Bet. So he legit takes us like, we're in like the stairwells of, because a lot of the places in underground they are connected. So we're like literally in like pretty much in the walls. Basically is where we're at. We're basically in the walls of like. He's taking us through like it's stuff under there.
You're dunking and stuff.
Because we're literally in like the walls of we're literally in the walls, like legitimately, like we're in the back part of like, I guess what the shops and stuff is, but we're like in the. It was pretty much the wall. Like, I mean, that's what it was. So of course it's like beams and stuff. You can see the build, So then he takes us around and down some steps and around the corner, and then like literally we end up in like the back side of the event we were going to. Like legitimately, like now we're in. We had no wristbands. We were supposed to go through the front. Yeah, so he literally got us in without nothing. And so of course we're just like, it was so wild because realistically we didn't need the tickets.
Yeah,
we didn't need any, like, you know what I mean. But it was just so great because he literally got us in, and then he was literally like walking around and still talking to people. They was like, yo, he was wondering why you didn't have the wristbands. Like, yeah, because we got through the super VIP, baby. Like, right. So. Yeah, that was.
Y'all got to stay the whole time, like no one noticed.
Nobody.
Or did they not care because they knew him?
Nobody really noticed outside of other patron people, because it was like a big. Because we went through First Friday, and so every First Friday do like a big kind of art thing, like art exhibit, and so they had different people who are doing art, selling art. They had of course musicians and poets, and I mean it's like a whole thing. So nobody really paid attention to some people like we were actually like stopping and talking to them. Like, oh, you see them that one, but as far as anybody who worked there and stuff, nobody noticed. It didn't matter. And what was crazy was,
and you can still pull up the ticket,
right? Because what was crazy was because of course being me and what I'm saying, I get caught up. Of course, I'd be the one to leave my bag up on the roof. So now I gotta go find this. I gotta go find this man all over again to try to let me back on the roof. Which we didn't find him, but luckily we was able to talk to him. Hey, he was on the roof. Can we? We went the same way and the same building. Yo, can we just? I need to go grab it. So, yeah.
Who did you find to bring you up on the roof?
Because we went the building. We went up on, it's actually, it's actually like a nice little, it's like a small music museum or whatever. So the person who was kind of like, I guess would have been the host, we was explaining like, hey, we was just with such and such, and
and you knew his name.
Yeah, okay. We just went up to, we just literally went. He took us to the roof, and because then she was standing at the time when he took us all to the roof 20 minutes before. So like, went to the roof, put my bag, can we? And so she was like, yeah, with liability, like I can't go with you. And I was like, it's cool, like I take off full. But I just need to get my bag. I just need to get my bag.
Was it easy to get up to the roof?
Yeah, it's like because they had like a really big
another ladder.
Like another ladder, like a big super ladder. So it just led straight to the roof, and then the door was kind of heavy to the roof, but
yeah,
it was dope.
Yeah, because I remembered when you first started the story, I remembered like bits and pieces of the story, but I forgot all that. I don't remember things until I'm like told again, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I remember you told me that.
It's so crazy. And
but I forgot all those details.
There is
That's
footage
wild.
of these things, just so you guys know. But y'all see that one day.
I remember like the videos were coming back to my brain when
I did take a video of all of these things happening. Because it just be like that in my world sometimes. A lot of times, actually. I say a lot of times, listen, I got stories for days.
Me too. I was trying to think of what to condense into this. I knew I was going to tell 4th of July, but then I was like, I don't know what else going to come out of my mouth. But part of me is like, should I be more spontaneous with what comes out of my mouth, or am I too spontaneous with some of the shit that I say on this pod? Like, is that going to come back to bite me?
I don't know.
Is it sharing too much? Especially, I get more nervous actually about people that are already in our life. Sometimes hearing what I say, rather than like people that are just finding us, because people that are just finding us are usually people who want to see us, want to see content like this, want to see, people like this, but our friends and family, they might want to support us. They might not want to hear everything we have to say. So I don't know. Like, I'm just doing me and going with it. Hey, and hopefully it doesn't bite me in the ass.
And that's what I go into. I'm like, but I also at the end of the day, I feel like, you know what, I stand on anything I say and anything I've said and anything I will say, And
for the most part.
Yeah, for the most part. But I will also,
sometimes I do say things that I think come across like not how I mean it.
Yeah. I mean, I was going to say, and of course, where there's room for growth, I'm always in a place where I take accountability for what I would say. That's what I say.
Yes.
Even if there is room for growth or understanding or perception that I didn't know in making those statements, because I realize that I know I'm a man that doesn't know everything, and a lot of this stuff is my opinion, my viewpoints, and all the things.
Right.
And so I know I don't know everything, and so I know there'll be things that I may look back on 20 years from now like that's the things you're saying and doing, and sheesh, I mean,
it's just.
But either way, I still stand on. Yes, I said it, and I can also say yes, I said it, and yes, I've learned from it, or yes, I've grown forward, or. Those things, because I'd be the first one to say I'm human. I'm documenting right now to say I'm human. So that way, if anybody comes in the future, I'm put. This is that clip. Remember what I said? I'm just
put this in the time capsule, baby.
The episode I did say, hey, I'm just human. I don't know everything.
I don't know shit, man. I'm just talking shit, but I don't know it. Yeah, like I that's one thing that's wild though in life in general, and posting things online is like it's just a moment.
Yeah, right.
And people attach so much like judgment and meaning, and now what you say is important, like, and how you say it, but like also we're human, and sometimes we talk out of our ass and not out of our mouth and brain. Even though mouth.
But speaking of why this is on my mind too, because I did think about this after the fact, and I do want to also address it because I feel like I do need to, because I feel like I didn't then. Is like last episode, when you was expressing a lot of things that happened, and I know it's like just like put on me, but I do feel like the need even then, and I didn't articulate it then, but like even now is like really trying to find ways and like keeping men accountable, because I don't think that it's okay for us to do things like that, subject women to certain things without us not really policing one another in that. Or if you got friends who would joke about those kind of things or have done those kind of things, like I really, because they're in that moment, but I really feel like as men, like we really have to do better, like with those kind of situations and those kind of like issues. And if there's issues in us that we need to address, that we need to go seek whatever help we need to do, or I don't even know, but it's just never okay. And I don't want it ever to and again, I'm not being a representative for all men, but it is something that's on me and placed on me, because it does bother me, and to know that there's like other men like myself who, not like myself, but there's other men who again do those things and take advantage, I mean.
Yeah.
And it's just not okay, and I just want to publicly say that it's not okay, and because I know at the moments like I felt like I wasn't, in that regard, but I do, I would say, again, I can't speak for all men, and I don't want to, because but it's just not okay. I just want to make that. I just want to be able to say that I put that out there. That it's just not okay. We really need to police us better and do better.
Consent is everything.
Is everything.
And it should be taught from a young age about things that are not sexual, because consent isn't inherently sexual, but it is when people hear the word consent, all they think about is sex.
Yeah, it's so true.
But that's with anything. And that's why I also want to point out too, thank you for rubbing my back and holding my hand, because I needed that, and I welcome that, and I also want that to be on the record that I needed that in that moment, and we know ourselves and our friendship that was perfectly. That was perfect. That was exactly what I needed. Yeah. Sometimes you just need a good you're all right, buddy.
Right, what I'm saying? Because a lot of times too, it's those things too, especially when you do it. I think a lot of men will say that. Which is why, and women know it too. When you guys cry, that it does something to it. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, even when you cry, it I immediately go into man mode. It's deer in headlights. Oh my God, what I'm supposed to do? You know what I mean? It's so oh my God, she's crying, there's tears, you know what I mean? And it's so a lot of times it's okay, I don't know really what to do or what I'm supposed to say, or you know what I mean?
Yeah. Now there's some people I would have been bitch, don't fucking touch me right now. But no, that was fine. My close friends that are family to me, I welcome that. And it was you did it in a very solid way, where it was an upper shoulder and not
right. What is all the things though? It's what are you supposed to do? Tears, and I don't even know to think right now, because it's all of those. It was all those things and I wanted a moment on the screen where it's just I'm kind of
probably because that was completely off the cuff. We never discussed ever me talking about that, which I mean it's mine to tell, so it wouldn't have been it would have been a discussion where he was don't do it, but maybe out of protection, but I don't, but it was completely I felt in that moment that I should, and I followed it.
Yeah. And I'm glad you did. And I'm glad you did. I think, like I said before, even at that moment, I know that's going to help so many people.
I hope so.
And again, if you missed, what we're talking about, definitely go to the last episode, part 2. Things definitely, got a lot more serious than for sure planned or thought about.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it was already a very serious topic.
It was definitely, for sure.
But it got a lot more personal.
Yeah. Then, expected, but I think, like I said, necessary for these conversations, and I hope that more people can speak their truths, and people can and as far as people who do these things can really look at self, and I mean, but again, I think that as society, we just need to have more things in place really for those people. To really be honest, we really do, because again, people who I mean, it's bad enough that people may have these thoughts, but the reality is that people have these thoughts, and without them having an outlet to where they can feel comfortable to express or get help or seek help, then typically 9 times out of 10 they're going to go off of the impulse, because I mean that's human nature, and that's regardless. Whether it's this or whether it's whether it's eating a honey bun I know I shouldn't eat. I mean, eventually when you think about anything,
that my honey bun really is on your mind. You got a honey bun?
She got me some honey buns earlier. Yeah, listen, it is on my mind for sure. Oh my gosh. But these things when you think about it so much, like I said, it consumes you. You know what I mean? It consumes you, big or small. And and I was really thinking. I've been thinking about that. My head again, but I don't even
really like honey buns, and now I'm thinking about it too. I mean, I like them. They're good enough. But I'd rather have a fresh donut.
No, give me a honey bun fresh. I don't care. 10 seconds in the microwave.
It is, yeah.
Ooh, it's over with.
They're good. I don't dislike them. They're just not my first snack. Right. They're your first snack.
I'm gonna go ahead and shout out Duchess just in case we try to get a sponsorship for anybody. Duchess honey buns to me is the best brand there is. So if y'all don't know, Now you do. Go check them out.
If you don't know, now you know. Okay.
They're the best.
Let us know.
Right.
What's your favorite honey bun brand?
Right. I like
Let us know in the comments, okay? Maybe it's something that we haven't tried, especially I probably haven't tried it, but maybe it's something that Q hasn't tried. So,
right. Listen.
yeah.
This episode's so funny. We like, yo, you know those things that's on social media now that's like, never let them know what you're thinking. And they're like always doing something different. You think about doing something else. I feel like that's this episode perfectly because we just went.
I know you get real spontaneous, almost out of shot.
I know. You saw me trying to come back in. I'm not. I already felt like I was out of shot already. So
you might have been. I don't know because I wasn't looking.
Right, and I've been trying to like.
And I think I flashed the camera a few times. So.
I'm never gonna see you now. The editing.
I know, there might be random emojis or something. I don't know.
And if not, then it's be like, what are they talking about?
I have shorts on, but they're like, there's, you can still see some of the party, okay?
Don't flash out.
I don't want to.
Like, get me.
I don't want to flash nobody in there, out here. I'm good. There we go. Cover it on up.
Like,
now I can be as spread as I want because I got the whole thing.
We got so many followers all of a sudden. Everybody subscribed all of a sudden. That's so funny.
Oh Lord. But we appreciate and support sex workers. I don't want to make our audience that way. At least at the moment. Who knows? I'm fucking.
The way inflation going.
I know.
The way everything high. Look, I think we about
I'm for real thinking about moving out of the country. I'm like, how am I gonna pay for this?
We all might be one.
Who want this kitty? Let me know.
We are one.
It's
just things go. Anything get any more higher? Look, I feel like we all about to be out here trying to turn a couple tricks to make some bucks because it's crazy.
Yeah,
it is crazy.
It takes a lot of work though. Like I just want to find a bunch of different jobs. Like I kind of don't care what, where I can make a quick buck, but that feels impossible.
Yeah, especially if it's gonna be like sustainable, and allow you to keep your morals and self-respect. That's
like, I mean, as long as like you feel comfortable and confident in what you're doing, then like your morals and self-respect are good. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I won't be like taking blow for money or anything, but I would maybe blow for money. I don't know.
Allegedly. You want to say allegedly? I don't want the DMs coming. We share account, and I don't
Honestly, probably not. But I support the industry very, like you do you, boo boo. I support you. I'm here for you. Your job is just as important as anybody else's. Because you provide for the world, baby, okay?
You provide for the world. Keep the world going. Cause number one industry still today.
Yeah. Best stress relievers out there.
So funny.
But I think that's what we got for y'all today. I don't know how we went here, but we went with it. We just went with it today. There was no agenda.
None. It wasn't.
But it was fun.
Yeah, it was. And I hope you guys enjoyed because this is what spontaneity, I guess, looks like, right?
Mm-hmm.
So put in more of your own lives, know, if you find places where you feel like you've been doing the same things and, listen, live a little, see what life happens, Mm-hmm. One day just go out and be like, I don't got no plan. I'm just go here, see what happens, because you just never know. You never know who you may talk to, who you may run into, what may happen. And that's the joy of it all,
Yeah.
I feel like when it's becomes genuine that, especially when you meet people, because it's like, okay, we could have been anywhere in time, but we're kind of here together, talk about whatever we're talking about, right? Doing whatever we're doing. Could be anywhere else, but here we are doing this, having this discussion, hopefully making impacts in one another's lives for the better,
Yeah, and we hope that we've made some kind of impact in your lives. Like, we love you so much. We appreciate you more than we'd ever be able to explain or write or whatever. Like, we just love y'all. And thank you so much for being here. We really, really, really hope that you've had fun and you've learned things, and we're going to continue having fun and learning things, okay?
Absolutely.
And being spontaneous. So,
So more things to come from us.
Let
us
know what you want to see.
Yeah.
We want to hear from you.
Absolutely.
Did you like our live? You want some more live? Like, what you want, baby?
Tell us what you want. We got it for you. So
maybe allegedly. It depends on what you ask.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Consent is important.
It
okay.
Yes, and we already starting to see that some of these commenters, listen, they
get real bold.
Real bold. Real bold. So we gotta start releasing ourselves a little bit more, because sheesh.
Especially me. You do a really good job.
I be doing good. I do be doing good. I ain't gonna let you.
I know.
Let you be having it.
I know. But I'm like, okay. Like, I love that I speak off the cuff, but also I need to, like, maybe control myself. Like, because I feel like it also bleeds into work. Like, sometimes I say some shit that I'm like, why did I say that? And why did I say that to the person that I said that to?
Right.
Because they have power.
Right.
And I just acted a fool. So, yeah. I do that all the time.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm really trying to work on my interrupting, because I've interrupted one of the powerful people twice now.
Really?
Just this week. So I'm really trying to work on it.
You gotta stay like this.
I know. You gotta, like, literally bite my lip. Yeah.
You think I'm just,
And then I didn't say sorry. I just, like, got wide-eyed and ran away. Like, and so I handled it horribly. I meant to apologize today and be like, you know what? Like, I'm aware that I did this and acted weird, and I'm sorry.
It's so funny because I can see you doing all these things for sure.
Like, I'm professional, but I'm also myself, so it's a weird mix. It's hard to find the balance.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But be yourself.
Be yourself, yeah.
And
enjoy
apologize if you have to.
Yeah. Enjoy life, man.
But don't apologize for being yourself. Just apologize if maybe.
That's the biggest thing I think is spontaneous. Is all of those things the biggest thing. Is just being, you said, in the moment, you know? In all things, you know? Have a room to be in the moment, to take it all in, to absorb it all, man. Because I'm gonna say it all the time, this is all we get, man. You know, we gotta ride
and
this
we don't
thing.
know how much.
Right, we gotta ride it till wheels fall off, till we can't no more, you know? So take those chances, man.
Yeah. Blow life's back out.
Yes. Definitely that. Listen.
But yeah, we could go on forever, but we're trying to cut it short so we don't make another part 1 and part 2.
Right.
But let us know if you like those and what you want to see. We love you.
Yes.
We thank you. We appreciate you. You're awesome. And
yes. And once again, because I don't know if we said the past episodes, we probably did, but I'm gonna say it again. Thank you guys who definitely been subscribing. You know, who definitely came in so that we could go live and subscribe and all the things. We do appreciate you and see you, and we value you. So thank you. I just want to say that.
Yeah, like, that was, we already text each other when the subscribers go up, but when we had a deadline and a mission that we had to accomplish, we were like, 13 more! 10 more!
Right.
Oh my god! And I was like, we were thanking people and telling people, and and I feel like we'll never be able to, like, show as much appreciation as we feel, but for real, like, that means so much, that you believe in us, love us enough, or have found us through those posts, that you're here now. So keep on coming back. Make sure, hit that bell and subscribe. Or not subscribe. Well, subscribe also. But hit that bell for notifications, because just because you subscribe doesn't mean you get notified when our episodes come out. So hit that bell. Make sure you hit the all or whatever it says for the notifications. I can't remember right now because this is spontaneous. But do it. Yeah. Please.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Okay.
Oh my God. For sure. Okay.
Okay. Love you. Bye.